You're not failing because you don't know what to do with money. You're failing in the 4 seconds between the invoice you actually want to send and the discount your thumbs type instead. My highest earning clients, they don't have more willpower than you. They just run a 6-minute nervous system tune-up every single day before they touch money, clients, or pricing. It stacks body awareness, breath work, boundary rehearsal, and receiving practice into one short routine, built on research that's real, but that'll also be honest about the limits of. No hype, just what actually holds up. This is Protocol 4, the one that makes the first 3 stick. Stay to the end, you'll leave with a routine you can run tomorrow morning in 6 minutes. In the last video, you learned 3 body-based money protocols: the wallet weight anchor, the proprioceptive no push, and the long exhale plus release after receiving. Maybe you tried 1 or 2 of them. Maybe you even had a win. You held your price once, or you said no to an underpriced project, but then you stopped. Life got loud. Launches, kids, clients, crisis emails. You slipped right back to your old money baseline of overgiving, undercharging, and saying yes when every single cell in your body is screaming no. Listen to me. This isn't a mindset problem. It's a rehearsal problem.
Your brain has spent years rehearsing one script. Money is conflict, visibility is dangerous, receiving is guilt. You've played that script thousands of times, completely automatically. You've rehearsed the new script maybe a handful of times on purpose. So guess which one wins on a stressful Tuesday?
Let's look at Maya. Maya runs a marketing studio. She crossed 7 figures in revenue last year, but she was still quietly terrified of sending big invoices. Her conscious brain completely knew her retainers were underpriced, but her body, it didn't care. Each time she tried to raise a fee, her heart pounded, her throat locked, and her fingers accidentally added a discount.
When Maya came to me, she didn't need more strategy. She needed a short, repeatable ritual. Something that would actually help her notice what's happening in her body around money, calm her stress response before high-stakes conversations, and physically rehearse her boundaries and her ability to receive. And she needed to do this daily, not just when she remembered to. So we built a 6-minute protocol from the 3 exercises you already know, plus 1 key addition. Here's exactly what it looks like, and here's what the research does and doesn't say about it.
Let's talk about what's actually behind this and where the evidence is strong versus where it's still early. First, interoception and financial performance. A 2016 study on a London trading floor found that traders who were more accurate at detecting their own heartbeat were more profitable and survived longer in the markets. It's a real finding, but I'll be straight with you. It came from just 18 traders, and it hasn't been independently repeated on another trading floor since. What makes it worth paying attention to is that a larger 2023 study using a different method found something similar. Traders whose heart rate anticipated their decisions earned more, while traders whose heart rate just reacted to outcomes earned less. 2 different studies, 2 different angles, pointing the exact same direction. That's meaningful. It's just not case closed. Second, breathing and the stress response. This part has stronger backing. A systematic review of 15 studies found that slow breathing, especially with a longer exhale than inhale, reliably increases heart rate variability and markers linked to the body's rest and digest state, all while reducing anxiety, anger, and confusion. That's not just one study. That's a solid pattern across many. Third, cyclic sighing specifically. One well-designed Stanford study found that a specific pattern of 2 inhales through the nose and 1 long exhale through the mouth produced the biggest improvements in mood and the biggest drop in resting breathing rate compared to box breathing, a faster breathing style, and even meditation. It's a really strong single study. It hasn't yet been independently replicated by another lab, so I'm not going to oversell it to you. I'm just going to tell you it's promising enough to be absolutely worth 6 minutes of your morning. Fourth, rehearsing boundaries in your body. This is where I want to correct something I got loose with before. Physically rehearsing a no, saying it out loud while your body is doing something active like pushing against resistance, draws on a much older and more solid body of research. Behavioral rehearsal, used for decades in assertiveness training and exposure-based therapy. The finding there is simple and well-supported. Practicing a response physically before you need it makes you much more likely to actually perform that response under real stress. I'm not going to tell you it's rewiring your somatosensory cortex in a specific number of days because nobody has tested that claim for this exact exercise. What I can tell you honestly is that rehearsal works, and this is a rehearsal. So here's the tune-up, built from what actually holds up.
Before we dive into the exact steps of Protocol 4, please take a quick second to like this video. It really helps the algorithm understand that this content can be helpful for other women who need it too. Done? Thank you. Let's get to it. Do this routine once a day, ideally before you open your inbox, check your banking app, or answer any money-related message. For the breathing portion, I'm asking for 28 consecutive days, because that's the exact window from the study that tested it. For the rest of the routine, I recommend the same 28 days simply for consistency and habit building, not because that specific number has been scientifically proven for those exercises. I'd much rather tell you that plainly than borrow a number that doesn't belong to it.
Minute 0 is your setup. Put your phone on Do Not Disturb, Put your feet flat on the ground, whether you're seated or standing, and set a 6-minute timer. For the next 6 minutes, you are practicing being the woman whose body can hold more wealth without panicking. Minute 1 is your arrival and body signal check-in. We call it the internal weather report. Close your eyes if that feels okay for you. Ask yourself, out loud or in a whisper, what do my hands feel like right now? What does my chest feel like? What does my stomach feel like? Don't judge it. Don't try to fix it. Just name it. Cold, buzzing, tight, heavy, fluttery, numb. You're practicing noticing your internal signals, which is the exact same skill measured in the trading floor research. Whether or not it immediately moves your bank balance, it's a real trainable skill with decades of interoception research behind it in general. Nothing has to change yet. I'm just listening.
Minutes 2 and 3 are your breath stack. First, 6 slow breaths. Inhale through your nose for a count of 4. Exhale through your mouth for a count of 6. Do this 6 times. This exhale longer than inhale pattern is the one with the most consistent research behind it for calming your stress response. Next, 3 cyclic sighs. Take a short inhale through the nose, then a second, deeper inhale, topping off the lungs, and finally a long, relaxed exhale through the mouth. Do this 3 times. This is the pattern from the Stanford study I mentioned, the one that showed the strongest single-study results for mood and resting breath rate over 28 days. One strong study, not yet independently repeated, but totally worth the minute. My body knows how to come back down. I'm not stuck here.
Minute 4 is the proprioceptive no push. Stand about an arm's length from a wall with your feet hip-width apart. Place your palms on the wall and push, just enough to feel your arms and core engage. While you push, say from your belly, no to discounting my rates, no to unpaid emotional labor, no to saying yes when my body says no. Hold each push for 10 seconds, 3 pushes, which takes about a minute total. Here's the honest version of why this works. You're rehearsing a boundary, both physically and verbally, before you actually need it. Decades of research on behavioral rehearsal show that practicing a response ahead of time, especially with your body engaged, makes you more likely to produce that same response when the real moment hits and adrenaline is running the show. This isn't about rewiring a specific brain region on a fixed schedule. It's about giving your nervous system a rep it can call on later, the exact same way an athlete drills a move before game day. I've already practiced this. My body knows what to do.
Minute 5 is the wallet, weight, and money neutrality anchor. Sit down again. Pick up your wallet or your phone, but keep your banking app closed. Seriously, don't open it. Just feel the weight, the texture, and the temperature. Say out loud, leather. Cool. A little heavy in my right hand. My fingers feel tingly, numb, or fine. My heart is faster, slower, or steady. This exercise borrows its logic from a well-established technique used for anxiety more broadly. It's gradually pairing the feared cue with a calm, observed state, instead of avoidance. That broader approach has strong support in anxiety research. What's honest to say is that it hasn't been tested specifically for money anxiety in a published study yet. So this is a reasonable application of a proven principle, not a proven result on its own. This is metal, plastic, and numbers. It cannot hurt me. I'm allowed to look.
Minute 6 is your receiving rehearsal and future self. Eyes closed again. I want you to imagine a notification. A client just paid the full rate you've been afraid to charge. Yes, that exact number. As you imagine it landing, take one slow inhale. On the exhale, let out a long, audible voo or ha. Shake your hands, wrists, and shoulders for 20 to 30 seconds. The exhale draws on the same slow breathing research from earlier in the video. The shaking is a simple, low-cost way to move rather than freeze. There's less formal research on the shaking itself, so think of it as an optional physical release, not a proven mechanism on its own. Now place one hand on your heart and one hand on your lower belly. Say, I receive, I keep, I grow. I'm the kind of woman whose nervous system can hold this number. When the timer ends, take one more regular breath and open your eyes. That's your 6-minute wealth nervous system tune-up. Run it daily. Give the breathing piece the full 28 days it was actually tested for. Give the rest the same window for the sake of building a strong habit. Just know that's a practical choice on my part, not a scientifically fixed number for those specific exercises.
Here's what happened when Maya actually committed. Week 1, she felt ridiculous, pushing a wall and breathing before emails. But by day 5, she didn't flinch when opening our banking app. Week 2, a client asked for the old rate. She felt the push in her palms before she even moved. She said, I can't do that anymore. Here's my current fee. And she waited. Week 3, she raised rates for 3 clients. 2 said yes instantly. 1 left. She didn't collapse. End of 28 days, she added roughly $10,000 in monthly recurring revenue. Same offer, entirely different baseline.
When I asked her what mattered most, she didn't even mention the money. She said, "For the first time, my body doesn't panic when I'm about to be paid. I feel like the woman I kept trying to journal myself into being." That's the real point here. These 6 minutes aren't about becoming good with money. They're about becoming different with yourself when money walks into the room.
You now have Protocol 4, the routine that ties everything together. Set a 6-minute timer tomorrow morning. Arrival check-in, 6 breaths, 3 sighs. The no push, wallet weight, receiving rehearsal. Run the breathing daily for 28 days. That's the tested window. Keep the rest going for the same stretch for consistency. Hit subscribe, turn on the bell, and in the comments, tell me, I'm in for 28 days, or which minute feels scariest right now, 1, 4, or 6. Your body isn't the enemy. It's the ally that's been waiting for you to give it real practice, not just good intentions.